New this morning, a Houston police officer confronted by a man with a gun. What happened after that officer says he was forced to shoot?
A gift card warning this morning, how several Walmart shoppers got scammed by a con artist.
And a Texas movie theater chain finds a way to fight back after Sony gives in to hackers' demands.
Live, KHOU 11 News This Morning starts now.
Welcome to your Thursday. 1 week till Christmas.
Man,
no pressure.
The clock is ticking.
Yeah, clock is ticking.
Santa's getting ready.
Rudolph's getting ready too.
Yeah.
If you're not ready, hurry up.
Hey, you could.
Chop, chop.
Hey, we might need Rudolph this morning, right?
Yeah.
To shine and light the way.
That's right. We always need a little bit of Rudolph. That's true. Yeah, we're starting off with a little bit of fog this morning. Big changes in our weather pattern. So yesterday, even we were pretty chilly. This morning, we're starting off anywhere between 10 to 15 degrees warmer. So mild temperatures out the door for your Thursday. Again, foggy, misty, and a few showers. HD Doppler this morning. Most of the showers moving away from our southwest counties in town and now moving into the northeast. So we're going to see on and off showers throughout the day, no matter where you're waking up this morning. Take that umbrella before you head out the door. You'll probably need it at some point throughout the day. Take a look here, right along 59 from Kingwood into Porter this morning. That orange and yellow that you're looking at on our HD Doppler, that's kind of a brief, moderate to maybe even weak, heavy shower there. The blue indicating really, really, really light shower activity this morning. From Missouri City into Briar Vista, about to cross over the Beltway into southwest Houston, also looking at a brief shower there. So throughout the day, that's pretty much what I'm expecting. 50s and 60s out the door this morning. No need for that big coat, but take a look. Reduced visibilities this morning, even from Hobby Airport into Pearland, between about 2 to 3 miles. All throughout the day today, you're not going to notice a whole lot of change. More rain moves in tomorrow. Accumulations up to 1 to 3 inches. I'll walk you hour by hour on our future track. Also, show you that Christmas forecast coming up next. Let's get a check of the traffic.
Look forward to that, Gita. Thank you. All right, well, we showed you 225 coming in from LaPorte. Rainy, but you're running delay-free. I-45, the Gulf Freeway, not quite as lucky. Take a look at our Houston TransStar shot, and you can see here, here's 45 looking from Edgebrook on in towards Airport. And as you come over Edgebrook, you're already hitting the brake lights. Be slow into the loop. You're close to 35 minutes now to get from NASA Parkway to downtown. Found an accident, though, here. This is on I-45, the North Freeway. The only good news about this, it's northbound or outbound right over Westmount, Houston. You see they're blocking off 2 left lanes. Traffic's already backed up to before the Shepherd Curve. Inbound, is that rubber decking? Doubtful. You're probably already slow from near Aldine Bender into the Shepherd Curve anyway. Usual rush hour conditions. Quick look at other travel times. 288 coming up from Pearland or in from Sienna Plantation. 14 minutes once you hit the Beltway to get into downtown. Start looking for brake lights at the Beltway. And then 59 coming in from Richmond, Rosenberg, or Sugar Land. No problems for you. 27 minutes, Williams Trace Boulevard to downtown. You might be a little rain slowed, and that'll be it.
Thank you, Darby. Police say a man who went to his ex-girlfriend's house looking for trouble found it when police showed up.
An officer shot that man, and the trouble didn't end there. Jacqueline Crea is live on the north side now. Jacqueline.
Ron, well, this all happened around 11:15 last night. Police say Officer Castillo and his partner were asked to make a welfare check at the Canfield Apartments behind me. It all happened near those mailboxes after someone called 911. According to detectives, those officers found a 32-year-old man armed with a gun banging on his ex-girlfriend's door. And when they approached him, detectives say Officer Castillo was forced to protect himself and his partner when the suspect would not drop his gun or put his hands up. Police say he stepped away from the officers and reached down by his side. Castillo fired his weapon, shot the suspect in the rear end. The suspect was taken to Bentop Hospital with a non-life-threatening injury. For now, Castillo is on administrative leave, which is normal when an officer fires a weapon.
In that time period, he or she has to meet with psychological services personnel to make sure they're okay, because that's the last thing that an officer wants to do is discharge a weapon at anyone. And in this case here, this officer did it to save and protect his life as well as his partner's life.
Now, Officer Castillo has been with the force for 6 years, and coming up in our next half hour, we'll talk more about that dangerous encounter. I'm reporting from North Houston this morning. Jacqueline Crea, KHOU 11 News.
Hey, Jackie, thank you. Police are looking for the guy who pistol whipped a Pizza Hut truck driver in southwest Houston. This happened around 10:30 last night at Bel Air and Aqua. Police said the truck driver had just pulled up when an armed man jumped him. When the driver tried to shake him off, he got pistol whipped. He was taken to the hospital in stable condition. That suspect took off but did not get anything.
Happening today, the man accused of killing his wife and kidnapping their 11-month-old son is expected in court. Authorities tracked down Patrick Lambert and his son Achilles in Mexico, where they say Lambert had abandoned the boy. He's now charged with murder. His wife was found stabbed to death and her body shoved in a refrigerator in their Southwest Houston apartment. Their son is still being cared for by Child Services in Mexico. A grand jury will meet again today, trying to decide if a Houston police officer should be charged in the shooting death of an unarmed man. Officer Juventino Castro shot Jordan Baker last January. Authorities say Baker matched the description of a robbery suspect, and when he was confronted by Castro, he reached into his waistband and charged at the officer. Baker was shot and killed. Afterwards, a search revealed he was unarmed.
Police are warning holiday shoppers about an apparent scam artist working outside of a Walmart in Northwest Houston. Victims say the man at the store of the Northwest Freeway is dressed like a Walmart employee and claims to be a college student. He tells people his parents bought him gift cards, and he wants to exchange them for cash because he needs the money for transportation. Well, so far, 2 shoppers have fallen for the story. They are out nearly $1,600. Authorities think there's several more victims out there, and they're asking them to contact police.
Yeah. It sounds like something fishy anyway. Somebody trying to sell you gift cards.
Yeah,
I would not.
Be careful this time of
gotta
year.
be
Sadly,
careful.
it happens.
Yeah, this time of the year. And
worst
speaking of this
time.
time of the year, looking ahead to a week from today,
Yes.
Cheetah, the big day. What do you have for us?
You know, to me, I think this is kind of the nice thing about living in Houston this time of the year. I mean, we can always go up, we can always go down.
Right.
But we are going to be right in the middle for your Christmas Eve and Christmas
So you're
forecast.
saying no white Christmas?
So I'm saying there's not a chance.
Not a chance at all.
I'm saying there's a 9,989,000. Yeah, no, we're going to see pretty mild temperatures, and in fact, that's what I'm going to start off with. Yeah, so here you go, Lily and Ron. If you have company coming over, if you've got some kids waking up in the house Christmas morning, you know the good news is you're going to be able to send them outside, play with some of those new toys. Temperatures should top out in the mid-60s, waking up on the chilly side, so it will feel seasonal next Thursday morning in the upper 40s, and then we're actually going to see a front pass by maybe the 26th or 27th, and that will set the stage for a pretty cold into the month and welcoming in the new year. We should see a pretty big drop in our temperatures. So we'll talk about today. Good morning. If you're heading out the door here in just a little bit, you're probably going to notice a few on and off light showers. Most of the rain today is going to be on the light side. About less than a half an inch is expected for your Thursday. Maybe an isolated thunderstorm this afternoon, not out of the question, but take a look at these temperatures. They still stay in the 60s and 70s, so really mild conditions. Overcast skies throughout the day, foggy, misty conditions, even by your lunchtime hour. We're still tracking showers to a few isolated thunderstorms. That even continues through your afternoon. So a damp, wet, kind of slick throughout the day today. No big breaks. By this evening at 10 overnight through early Friday morning, that's when the heaviest rain should move in, tracking 1 to 3 inch rainfall totals by about midday tomorrow morning. So tomorrow will welcome in the heaviest rainfall. That should move out by late tomorrow afternoon, and that will set the stage for a dry Friday night. And look at your weekend forecast. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. So Darby, I know rain on the rush hour, but hey, check out that Saturday and Sunday.
You know, I'm going to let it go. I'll just let the rain go because
Let it go.
I have no choice. It's Thursday, though. The weather's perfect for watching a movie, so maybe I'll do something like that. For you, getting ready to leave the house, we've got one problem working. Fortunately, it's going to be on I-45 northbound or on the outbound side. So coming inbound, you'll only be minorly affected by this, as it is an accident outbound right over West Mount Houston. Take a look with our Houston TransStar shot, and you can see it here. They're taking up a couple of left lanes. Traffic already backing up to almost Little York. My guess is you walk out the door, if you're getting northbound into the Woodlands, you will see the brake lights approaching Little York, and it'll cause you a good 10-minute delay to get through there. Now, you see the headlights, that's the inbound side, and you'd see it's already slow. This is typical rush hour. It's 6:08. You're going to be backing down probably Aldine Bender on in towards about Parker and running 45 to 50 minutes from 1488 to downtown. Quick look at travel times. I-10 to Katy Freeway, 41 minutes from Pin Oak Drive to downtown. That's normal. Little slow traffic as you approach West Green. No real big delays on the West Park Tollway as of yet.
All right, thank you so much, Garbinius. Still ahead, turns out there really is a science to staying married, okay? The secrets discovered by researchers.
Hey, one Texas movie theater comes up with a unique way to fight back after Sony pulls The Interview.
And how a young model is inspiring people across the country, even though she's only 2 years old.
You're watching KHOU 11 News This Morning with Lily Jang, Ron Trevino, meteorologist Cheetah Johnson with weather, Darby Douglas helping you beat the traffic, and Mia Gradney keeping you health-wise. KHOU 11 News This Morning.
Good morning. All right, we're starting off this morning with a few showers already rolling through the area in town, northeast of town. If you're waking up near 59, Kingwood, Humble, near Cleveland this morning, you're waking up to scattered showers. I'll tell you when the heaviest rain is expected to move in, coming up next.
Yep, Cheetah has scattered showers all through town. We've got an accident working on one of them. 45, this is northbound westbound Houston, blocking a couple left lanes. Tell you what it's doing to traffic, and do you need to get around it? Is there an alternate route in your future? Stay tuned.
In this morning's HealthWise report, some good news. We're living longer. A new study finds the average lifespan worldwide is 6 years longer than it was in 1990. But the U.S. still lags behind Western Europe and wealthy countries in Asia and the Middle East. The average American woman now lives until 81.4 years old. The average man, 76.3.
76.3. I got 50 more years of life. Air pollution may put pregnant women at increased risk for having a child with autism. That's according to Harvard researchers who found pregnant women in areas with high air pollution, especially during their third trimester, face double the risk of having an autistic child.
Anybody you know getting married? Anyone? Anyone?
Yes, you.
Well, apparently there is a science to a happy marriage. Researchers, they found several secrets for keeping the flame alive. Number one, have a cheap wedding. A recent study found that people who had a thriftier celebration stuck together longer. Another secret, meeting online. Statistics show couples who made a cyber connection had a lower divorce rate and higher levels of satisfaction.
Oh, I
That's
did not
interesting.
know that.
Sign of the times, right? It turns out couples who watch movies together stay together. Researchers discovered that couples who watch films and then talked about them for 30 minutes cut the risk of divorce in half.
Yeah, go see a movie and then discuss. Have a discussion.
And have a $50 wedding like I'm going to do.
Exactly.
And make it
and then
thrifty.
meet online.
There you go. I'm going to create your profile.
Okay.
Think I'm kidding?
Moving on now.
Okay.
This holiday season, we want to show off some of the best and the brightest when it comes to Christmas lights.
One neighborhood in Northwest Houston has taken showing off their holiday spirit to a whole new level. Larry Seward is live at the Shepherd Park Plaza neighborhood to show us what they got. Larry.
Yeah, Lily, 4 words for you. Feliz Navidad de España. If you were with us the last half hour, then you know I'm still in the first place cul-de-sac, Christmas around the world. These Christmas light displays are something to see here in this neighborhood. They have over 15 categories that homeowners, you know, they can win these giant signs. I don't know if you call it a prize, but it's a giant, almost banner-like thing here in the yard. Second place here for best traditional display. I think they did a wonderful job with those Christmas lights. And I even got Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus joining us this morning. You guys are hanging out in the neighborhood.
We're here every year at Christmas time.
Yes, you are. Now, I understand this neighborhood has a special tradition. Last half hour, we heard 30 years of neighbors competing and putting up these wonderful displays, arches. Well, tell me about the Christmas spirit. Where does this come from?
Santa's actually been here for 40 years, and it's a tradition in this neighborhood for everybody to go all out and decorate every house. It's a great community spirit.
I don't want to tug on your beard, but folks at home, this is not a pull-off beard, all right? This is something that he's grown. You've put time into this. When do you start getting ready for Christmas?
Well, Santa has a beard all year long, but he lets it really start growing out in September, so that's good and long for Christmas.
All right, Mrs. Claus, you good with that, with this Christmas spirit here?
It's amazing, isn't it? We love coming through here every year at Christmas and seeing all the beautiful decorations that people put so much time and effort into. To really get into the Christmas spirit, you really enjoy it, seeing all the lights and the beautiful decorations.
Now, behind you, you see the Christmas Around the World display there in that island. I want to show it to you. It's really remarkable that they've done that. And believe it or not, there are no wires in the street. They've got something special going on to light that up. But coming up in the next half hour, we're going to show you some of the other light displays around the neighborhood, including those arches that we mentioned, which it really just makes it a wonderful thing to drive through when you're passing through this neighborhood. That's coming up next half hour. For now, we are live in Northwest Houston. Larry Seward, KHOU 11 News.
Thank you, Larry. And I'm glad they had Mrs. Santa Claus there, too.
course.
She doesn't get enough credit.
She
Come on.
doesn't.
She doesn't get enough credit.
He's hiding from Mrs.
We know this is not the only neighborhood around with an awesome light display.
Yeah, in fact, Cheetah's here with a challenge for all of you few Clark Griswolds out there.
Oh, I know. I've always loved Christmas lights. Yeah, you're right about that. And if you think your neighborhood has a better light display, I want to see it. So post a picture on our Facebook page. And if you really blow me away, I might just pay your neighborhood a visit on Friday night, tomorrow night, to see it myself. And then we're going to showcase some of the best ones Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week.
And how are the lights at your place?
My lights are okay. My lights are okay. I mean, you're not going to see my light display next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
She's still putting hers up.
I know.
I mean, Christmas
I
is
gotta climb a ladder. No one wants to see me fall.
It's
clumsy.
Don't get hurt. Don't get hurt.
You're going to need a big ladder. No. Yeah, but we want to see the best of what you've got, and then we're going to show off all. And don't think that you live too far. We're going to go anywhere and everywhere to your neighborhood.
Yeah, go crazy. Cheetah wants to see you go crazy.
That's true. I love that. And you know what? This morning, if you're about to step outside, we are starting off this morning with a few showers. We're under overcast skies, a little bit of fog, a little bit of mist out the door. And you can even see that with a live shot here over in RG. Don't forget, our Texans return home here this Sunday with a boy case. So keep in mind, throughout the day today, you're going to want to take that umbrella because we're going to see on and off showers pretty much throughout this Thursday. And that's actually going to set the stage for even more rainfall early tomorrow morning. Future track, 7 a.m. this morning, spotty showers. So if you are commuting in this morning, if you have to get the kids up and moving before school, there's a chance that you walk outside and you're just under overcast skies. And then there's a chance that some of you are going to walk outside, especially on the northeast side right now, and you're going to notice even pockets of maybe some moderate to brief heavy showers. And that's the case even through 4 o'clock this afternoon. So waves of energy throughout the day. We have a warm front sliding up the coast, and that's what's going to keep our temperatures on the mild side. No need for the big coat. I want to detail out what we're expecting tonight into early tomorrow morning. This is this evening at 10 o'clock. It's from 10 o'clock this evening overnight into early tomorrow morning, especially north of I-10. We could be looking up to 3 inches of rain, probably in town, south of town, by tomorrow around your lunchtime hour. We'll be looking at anywhere between about an inch to, again, those pockets of 3-inch accumulation. So setting the stage for some heavier rainfall early tomorrow morning. Throughout the day tomorrow, we remain under cloudy skies. Most of the rain by 4 or 5 o'clock works eastward. See that on our satellite and radar picture here this morning. And then that sets the stage for a beautiful upcoming weekend. We'll see mostly dry conditions. So if you show me the light display in your neighborhood and I visit your neighborhood tomorrow evening, we should be under mostly dry conditions. And then take a look at your weekend forecast. Absolutely beautiful. All right, Darby, help us out there on the roadway.
All right, 2 problems on 45. Both of them are going to be on the outbound side. First one, I-45, the North Freeway, northbound Westmount Houston. Let's take a look with our Houston TranStar shot. You can see they're still blocking a couple of left lanes here, and traffic's backing up to before Little York. So you're looking at a good 15-minute delay to get through there. If you want to use the Hardy Toll Road, you could. Not sure if it's worth the money at this point in time. I-45, the Gulf Freeway, outbound before the loop right here at Woodridge. Hard to see through all the rain, but you can see there is an accident. This is on the southbound side. Looks like you have a left lane, a right lane blocked off as well, and traffic will be backing up probably to before Wayside. So if you're headed towards the airport this morning, this will add 10 minutes to your drive time. Be ready. Inbound, doing about the norm, 40 minutes from Nassau Parkway into downtown. All right, travel times in. 249 from Tomball, your 9 minutes. Spring Cypress to the Bellway. Start looking for brake lights at FM 1960. 290, the usual delays. 47 minutes. Barker Cypress at 610. Look for brake lights as you approach Telge.
All right. Thank you so much, Darby.
A model in Minnesota is inspiring a lot of people this morning, which is very impressive because she's only 2 years old.
Izzy Bradley has Down syndrome, and as Angela Davis explains, her picture in a Target ad is getting a lot of attention.
Lori, yeah.
Most days, Izzy Bradley is at home, hanging out with her mom.
She is completely fun. She's got lots of energy. She's sweet. She loves her big sisters, wants to be just like them.
She also likes taking pictures and playing. So posing with a toy with a professional photographer was a piece of cake.
She did really well. She sat still while they did her hair and makeup. Yeah, she pretty much cooperated the whole time.
Izzy's mother is the head of the local chapter of the Down Syndrome Diagnosis Network, a group that offers advice and support to families.
I really appreciate Target's policy of including them in their ads. I think it really normalizes Down syndrome and helps people to see that we're really just like any other family.
The feedback has been positive and has come from around the world.
I'm really surprised at how much excitement has come from it. I've had people share it so many times. I on Facebook, I think one site it's got up to 500,000 likes. I really just hope that if a new mom or expectant mom were to see a little girl in an ad, that they would just have that sense of hope for their child and that they would know that that really there's a great future for them.
Go Izzy. She's so
girl,
cute.
yeah. Hey,
I
you know,
love
with the
this.
money from Izzy's modeling gig, the family has opened a bank account in her name.
I love it.
Great stuff.
Yes, 6:22 right now, still ahead. You could have at least tried. The lazy fake out 2 suspected shoplifters came up with to try and get away with some high-priced toys.
Plus, backlash after Sony decides to pull the plug on the Christmas release of The Interview. How one Texas theater is showing they won't back down to terrorists.
But first in this morning's Money Watch, why you might want to clear your schedule if you waited until today to send out those last-minute holiday packages.
Welcome back, everybody. It's now 6:25 in our Money Watch. People have a lot of questions about easing tensions with Cuba.
And the big one for a lot of people, does this mean it's legal to buy Cuban cigars? Jill Wagner live in New York with the answers. Good morning, Jill.
Good morning, Ron and Lily. For the first time in more than 50 years, the U.S. and Cuba are restoring diplomatic and economic ties. This historic policy shift could mean currency and banking regulations will ease. Americans may also be able to use U.S. credit and debit cards there. And this is the question of the day. Yes, you can buy Cuban cigars legally. Well, postal workers better have their comfortable shoes on. Today's the busiest delivery day of the year for packages. There is still time, though, for all those procrastinators out there. December 23rd is the priority mail deadline for Christmas delivery. And finances may not be a home run for the Yankees. It looks like the Dallas Cowboys have surpassed the Yankees as the most valuable sports franchise in the U.S. Forbes says the Cowboys are now worth $3.2 billion. The Yankees, $2.5. The NFL team is not the only one to move ahead of the Bronx Bombers. The New England Patriots are also up to $2.6 billion. Ron and Lily?
Wow.
Nice work if you can get it.
I
Thank
know,
you
but
so
we
much,
have the
Jill.
we have the MVP.
We have JJ Watt.
We got JJ.
So take that, Jerry Jones. All right, 6:26 now.
Still ahead, it wasn't just the players Dwight Howard was battling on the court last night. White decided to take down their mascot as well.
Bam. Welcome back, everybody. We've been following some big stories overnight.
Still no sign of a gunman who shot a meteorologist outside a television station near Waco.
You may not be able to see the movie The Interview in theaters, but a Texas theater chain says it's got something just as good.
Hey, why the kids over at Katy High School are celebrating today. They have a lot to celebrate,
Yeah.
those kids.
And you know, Christmas is a week away, and we were just talking
They got
about
their gift.
our favorite gifts as children.
I know.
The
and I brought-
spirograph.
Do you guys
and
remember that spirograph Merlin,
the
little
Merlin
red phone?
game with a thingy? Yeah. Oh, the memories are
What was
coming
your
back.
favorite? You said like Hungry Hippo or something?
No, I like the Merlin game. I did
Okay.
like that.
All right.
Uh,
We're going way back. It's like Throwback Thursday.
Hungry Hippo.
Really.
What's that? I don't know what that is.
You sounded like a fun kid. You probably had a lot of
He
friends.
played Candyland last night.
That sounds real cool.
All right, enough of the childhood toys, children. 6:30 on your Thursday morning. It's a little wet out there.
A little
Tina.
wet out there. We've got big changes in our weather pattern. Yeah, you're right about that. A warm front moving in, so that's why temperatures are going to stay mild throughout the day today. But we're going to continue to see the chance for showers. So first thing you need to do as you head out the door this morning, take the umbrella with you. However, throughout the day, you're not going to need that coat. We're still talking temperatures this afternoon in the 60s and 70s. HD Doppler this morning, most of the showers have started to move to the northeast side, and that's where I'm going to zoom in here for you this morning. Crossing over 59 this morning, moving towards Roman Forest. If you're waking up in Roman Forest with us, good morning to you. Thanks for watching, and you're also going to notice some moderate to brief heavy showers. And throughout the day, you'll probably notice a little bit of a mist, a little bit of fog, and I'm talking about fog this morning, fog for your afternoon commute home, and the chance for an isolated thunderstorm. I'm going to keep that in the forecast for this afternoon. Accumulations, though, today will probably be about a half an inch. It's tomorrow. We'll be tracking 1 to 3 inch rainfall totals, and I'm going to talk about that more coming up. 50s and 60s. Want to set the stage for a very mild start to the day. We are starting to see some visibilities reduced because of that fog. Coming up on Milwaukee hour by hour with our future track, show you when the heaviest rainfall is expected to hit. I want you to be prepared for that. Now, get us out the door. Prepare us for the roadways, Darby.
I can prepare you for the roadways. A little bit better on I-45, but then it's still there on I-45 as well. I'll tell you what I mean. Just pay attention here. 45 northbound, westbound Houston, we did clear an accident. So all lanes are open, but you'll still be backed up towards Parker. That'll slowly clear out if it ever does this morning. And then Gulf Freeway southbound at the Loop, we still have an accident working. Take a look at our Houston TransStar shot, and you can see it here. Okay, I can translate this for you. You see those flashing lights center your screen? That looks like a left lane's blocked off. And then over to the right, you can see more flashing lights. So it looks like they're blocking 2 left lanes there. Maybe 2 lanes getting through at this point, heading southbound. Traffic's already backed up almost to Telephone Road. So if you're headed to the airport this morning, give yourself an extra 20 minutes to get there. Inbound, there'll be some minor rubber decking delays. We're still running about 40 to 45 minutes from NASA Parkway to downtown. All right, travel times, 45 coming in from the Woodlands. Even though an accident cleared outbound, inbound, running 45 minutes from 1488 to downtown. You're pretty much back down around Aerotex. You'll stay slow all the way down to the side of that accident, sluggish on in towards Parker. Look at the Hardy Toll Road, though. Only 25 minutes from 45 in the Woodlands to the Loop. Sounds like a pretty good idea to me.
Sounds like a good idea to me, too. All right, thank you so much, Darby. Sony getting a lot of flack this morning over its decision to cancel the release of the movie The Interview. The studio threw in the towel after threats of violence. Pamela Brown has the very latest.
Sony is no longer standing by its controversial film about North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, The Interview. This after the largest theater chains in the U.S. backed out of showing the film, and the New York premiere of the movie canceled.
I cannot think of another moment like this in modern movie history. Usually the deals that are struck between studios and theater operators are ironclad. Once the operators agree to put their movie on all their screens, they've got to stick by that deal. But this is an unprecedented situation.
Today, the State Department confirmed an Assistant Secretary of State did have a routine conversation with Sony executives, but said they do not weigh in on Hollywood productions.
We're not in the business of signing off on content of movies or things along those lines.
The film is believed to be the impetus for a devastating hack on Sony's computer system and a new threat purportedly from the hackers, promising a bitter fate for moviegoers of the film. U.S. officials with first-hand knowledge tell CNN North Korea remains the prime suspect in the hack, but so far the U.S. government hasn't publicly pointed the finger at the reclusive country.
The only way that we will stop them is if they are persuaded that this was a bad idea. And so we have got to react in a way that deters future attacks of this kind.
Hey, there's been a backlash to Sony's decision, with everyone from big-name directors to politicians chastising the studio for giving in to the hackers' demands. And here in Texas, the Alamo Drafthouse is making its own statement. The theater's Dallas location has announced that instead of showing The Interview, they're offering a free screening of 2004's Team America. The off-color film from the creators of South Park is famous for mocking Kim Jong-il, the father of current North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un. The theater says it's showing the movie because it doesn't want the terrorists to win.
Boston bombing suspect Dzhokhar Tsarnaev is making his first court appearance today in nearly a year and a half. The pretrial hearing is ahead of jury selection that starts January 5th. Tsarnaev's lawyers have filed a motion to delay that start date. The judge could rule on that request today. He's charged with using weapons of mass destruction to kill 3 people and injure 260 others at the Boston Marathon in 2013.
Dozens of people gathered near the Galleria last night to honor the children killed in a Taliban attack on a school in Pakistan, holding signs like "We are united against terrorists." The group staged the peaceful protest at Post Oak and Westheimer. 141 people were killed in the attack on an army-run school in Pakistan. Most of them were children. The Pakistani Taliban has claimed responsibility.
Florida police have arrested 2 men they say put a lot of heart into stealing Christmas presents. These guys won't be winning an Oscar anytime soon. Police say they went into a Walmart, loaded up their cart with items like a Barbie car and Barbie vacation house. When it was time to pay, one man faked a heart attack, and not very well. Instead of falling to the floor, he gently laid down. His accomplice used that distraction to slip out the door. After reviewing the surveillance video, both suspects were quickly caught.
Maybe some acting lessons first next time. It's that time of the year when neighborhoods across the area compete for the biggest and brightest holiday lights. So we found one spot in northwest Houston where neighbors are going above and beyond this year. Larry Seward is live to show us the dazzling display. Good morning again, Larry. Look at you.
Hey, good morning, Ron. I'm checking out the gifts, trying to see what everybody got here. This Christmas light display here in the Shepherd Park Plaza neighborhood. Quite the cul-de-sac we have here. We're showing you the other side of it. We got Mr. and Mrs. Claus, sort of the 2-dimension version. You met them last half hour. But I want to show you some of the other displays that are here. Check this out, Czechoslovakia. and they mixed it with a little Texas there. You see the Merry Christmas y'all there to the right, Texas A&M. These folks put a lot of effort into their Christmas lights in this neighborhood. They collaborate. This whole cul-de-sac here has a little theme going on. I'm with Creston. You are with the Civic Club here in this community. Tell me a little bit more about this theme here.
Well, so in this cul-de-sac, it's Christmas around the world, and each of the homeowners is trying to represent their heritage, and so there's signs to represent each of the different countries. There's Czechoslovakia, we got the Netherlands, Mexico, Germany, all sorts of different places all over the world.
All right, and we also have arches in this neighborhood. If you haven't been here at night, it's spectacular to see as you drive in, arches of white lights that go over the street. That's something that the homeowners here have done in places.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's exactly right, and really this is a very grassroots effort. The neighbors have joined together. We've got numerous streets that have big arches through them. We've got themes all over the neighborhood, from the arches to this Christmas around the world to candles to snowmen. So it really is a festive treat of lights that the kids love to come in here and really enjoy.
You guys are having a little neighborhood function this weekend, correct?
Yeah.
My favorite part, though, folks, this Eiffel Tower that's sparkling here. I want this for my place at home. It's beautiful, but I guess I don't think they'll let me take it away from here. It's part of the nice cul-de-sac around the world. We're live in Northwest Houston. Larry Seward, KTVU 11 News.
That is gorgeous.
That is a nice Eiffel Tower. Wee wee.
Wee.
Wee wee, baby.
You know what?
That means yes in French.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we know. We know that's not the only neighborhood around that's adding extra sparkle to the holiday.
In fact, Cheetah has a challenge for all of yous.
Yeah. Yes. Cheetah's challenge, a little bit different this time. I want to see what your hood has to offer. Please post pictures, and I may just come to your hood. Post pictures of your light display on our Facebook page. So that's KHOU on our Facebook page, or you can always message me on my Facebook page as well. If I am really blown away, I may just stop by and visit your hood tomorrow night in person. So you'll hear more about this. Now let's talk about the weather. I want to prepare you out the door this morning. We're already talking about showers. We have a warm front moving up along the coastline, and that is why you're only going to need the umbrella, not the big jacket. Take a look at our HD Doppler. That warm front still sitting off along the coastline. This is going to stay fairly stationary, and what we're going to notice this afternoon, even though I'm tracking showers on the northeast side this morning, and you're going to notice slick conditions, we're going to see additional showers and maybe even a few thunderstorms set up along this boundary as that tries to slide northward. So let me walk you hour by hour. Our future track, this is a model to show you what you can expect throughout the day. So again, on and off showers, and especially where that front slides, temperatures will be a little bit warmer. Now on the north side, I'm not expecting that front to make it all the way north, so that's why temperatures may be more in the upper 60s, near 70, or we'll track temperatures in the mid 70s on the south side. This afternoon, as we head into your evening hours, we will set the stage for the heaviest rainfall overnight. This is 10 o'clock this evening. Take a look at some of the thunderstorms setting up here, and that continues overnight. That's why we're expecting anywhere between 1 inch to 3 inch rainfall accumulations by about midday tomorrow. Your hour by hour forecast with our weather wheel. Fast forward to this afternoon. Low 70s. So remember, mild temperatures across the board. Take that umbrella with you. And you know what? You're going to need it tomorrow. Keep it in the car. However, this weekend, go ahead, throw it in the back. You're not going to need it. And fast forward to your Christmas Eve forecast. Right now, we're looking mostly dry. All right, Darby, I know you have a lot going on out there on the roadways. I know you're monitoring a lot for us this morning.
I am monitoring a lot, and I bring good news this time around. I-45, the Gulf Freeway outbound, turned out to be at Woodridge before the loop, and accident's cleared. Take a look at our Houston TransStar shot. You can see no more flashing lights. All lanes are open, but you're still going to be backed up to Telephone Road. Give yourself an extra 15 minutes if you're headed to the airport this morning, going southbound on 45. Now, going inbound on I-45, 44 minutes from Nassau Parkway on in towards downtown. So the usual delays there, rain slowed. 225 starting to build as you hit Ritchie into the loop, and that's got you running 16 minutes, 146 to 610.
Thank you, Darby.
It is 6:41 right now. Still ahead, the latest on the search for the man who gunned down a TV meteorologist in Waco and the extra safety measures police are asking people in that area to take this morning.
And a cheating scandal at a local high school where students are accused of posting test answers on social media. New this morning, a man who refused to cooperate with police is in the hospital. Jacqueline Crea is live in North Houston where officers say they were forced to shoot. Good morning, Jacqueline.
Good morning, Ron. Yeah, we just got some new information. I talked to a neighbor here who says that couple that was involved had been fighting for a few weeks. In fact, police had been here one time last week. So last night, the woman called 911 telling them that her ex-boyfriend was banging on her front door with a gun at the apartments they're looking at. Now, detectives say when Officer Castillo and his partner got to Canfield Apartments, they found the man matching the description still at his ex's door and told him to drop his gun and put his hands up. Police say the suspect did not listen, stepped away from detectives and then reached toward his pants and turned towards the officers. That's when the officer fired his gun. But police say the officers knew they were walking into a dangerous situation.
Obviously, dangerous situation from the get-go, a code 1 call, a male who was armed, threatening and banging on doors here at the complex, including that of his ex-girlfriend. They were able to give us a good description on him. The officer confronted him, gave him verbal commands, and when he did not comply and instead started reaching down and then creating distance off to the side and pulling across, luckily the officer, fearing for his safety, fired first.
Even after police had shot the suspect in the butt, he was on the ground. Police say he still had the gun in his hands and even tried to get back up. Now, the officers were eventually able to stop him and handcuff him, and then an ambulance took that suspect in stable condition to Ben Taub Hospital. We're live in North Houston this morning. Jacqueline Correa, KHOU 11 News.
All right, Jackie, thank you. This morning, authorities are still searching for the man who opened fire outside a Waco television station, shooting the station's meteorologist. Our Lauren Tallarico has been there since yesterday and has this update.
Authorities still don't know who the gunman is or what his motive was, but he is still out there this morning. The victim is KCEN meteorologist Patrick Crawford. He was shot at about 9 o'clock yesterday morning as he was leaving work. Now, troopers say the unknown gunman walked up to him, exchanged words, and then shot him in the stomach and shoulder. Patrick was able to drive about 100 yards where he got help from some construction workers who then called 911. He was taken to the hospital and underwent surgery. While all that was happening outside the station, here's what was happening inside.
We heard about 6 or 7 gunshots, one after the other. Bam, 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 bam. We started to hear on the scanners that there was an active shooter outside of KCEN. And that's kind of when all the bells went off. He's in the hospital. His wife is with him. He's in fair condition. Everything we're being told, he's going to be okay, which is just such a relief.
Troopers do not think the gunman knew Patrick Crawford and are still trying to figure out a motive. As that manhunt continues this morning, people in the area are being asked to be extra cautious and to keep their doors locked. Reporting from Bruce Villetti, I'm Lauren Tallarico, KHOU 11 News.
Now, back here at home, several students at Cy Falls High School are in trouble this morning. They're accused of posting the answers to a quiz and pictures of an exam on social media. The district says the students who made the posts have been disciplined according to the Student Code of Conduct.
Hey, meanwhile, the kids over at Katy High School celebrating tonight. They're gathering to show support for the Tigers football team as they hit the road to state. They take on Cedar Hill High School at the state championship game this Saturday at AT&T Stadium in Arlington.
What a program they have there at Katy. Hey, the Rockets are back on a winning streak after beating the Nuggets last night. Dwight Howard was back for a second game after being sidelined with a knee injury. At one point, Houston was down by as many as 16 points, but they chipped away at Denver's lead with the help of James Harden. He had 41 points. The Rockets edge out the Nuggets in OT, 115 to 111. Well, I guess you could say the fun started for Dwight Howard before the tip-off. Look at this. He and the Nuggets mascot, Rocky, traded yoga poses. Things were going so well until,
oh no!
Dwight delivered this, a Mortal Kombat kick to the face. In the face. Kind of fun, huh?
That's funny.
Let's see it one more time.
Oh,
yeah, the yoga pose there. One more.
Oh!
Bam! Down goes Frazier. Anyway, that was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Hey, Dwight's back though, and we got some big games coming up with the Rockets
tonight. Well.
I know. I still can't believe how Harden just went off last night. That was cool.
He's an animal.
He's a
beast. He's a beast. Yeah.
Well, are you ready for some showers? You know, we've seen kind of a stretch. Really, no? At least it's warm. At least it's mild. I know you like that. 1 for 1. All right.
I like it.
I don't know.
He's not happy
We're starting
with
off. Yeah, we're starting off with a few showers this morning. But you know what? I want to fast forward to our Christmas Day. Christmas Day is going to be, I'm going to say, pretty nice. We're going to start off very seasonable with temperatures in the upper 40s, unexpected highs in the mid 60s. That's next Thursday, of course. By the afternoon hours, partly to mostly cloudy skies. So at least we're tracking dry conditions for your Christmas Eve and your Christmas at this point. All right, temperatures this morning as you head outside in the 50s and 60s. It's a mild start to the day. We're starting off with a little bit of fog, a little bit of mist, and we're going to continue to see overcast skies all throughout the day. So let me set the stage for your Thursday. Throughout the day today, overcast skies. A little bit of fog, a little bit of mist this morning, and you know what? I'm expecting that same thing for your afternoon commute home later today. So no big changes. We are going to see the chance maybe for a few thunderstorms here throughout the day. Besides that, most accumulations will probably be less than a half an inch. It's tomorrow morning, though. Most models are really in an agreement that we could see anywhere between 1 to 3 inches of rain. We have our next cold front moving in from the Pacific Northwest with an area of low pressure, which is going to fire up some very strong thunderstorms overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning. The good news is once we get the rain out of the way for the first part of our day on Friday, that'll set the stage for clear skies overnight for your upcoming weekend. Darby, I know you like a nice weekend, but I know you don't like the rain on the rush hour. Will you forgive me?
Yeah,
I know.
I forgive you, but you've caused several problems this morning. I just want you to know that.
I know you've been one busy little boy over there.
I've been busy, but we can get you covered. If you live in Baytown, you work in the refineries, I never forget about you. I'm always keeping an eye on you. We've got an accident for you this morning on 146 southbound before you get to 225. Now, we take a look at our Houston TranStar shot as we look from just south of the Fred Harbin Bridge towards 225, and you can see they're blocking off, it looks like a couple of right lanes. I see a couple left lanes getting through, but you're backed up over the bridge. So if you're coming from Baytown, headed towards 225, give yourself an extra 10 minutes this morning. All right, travel times, we look south, 288. Look at that, from Highway 6 to downtown, you're running 35 minutes. You're hitting the brake lights well before you get to McCard. Pretty much slow all the way into the exit ramp to the loop. 59 coming in from Sugar Land, from Williams Trace to downtown, it's 34 minutes. Starting to see really slow traffic through Sugar Land, and then you're back down again as you approach Fondren.
All right, thank you, Darby. It's now 6:52.
A tragic end to an elementary school Christmas pageant. Still ahead, what police in California say caused a woman to drive right into a crowd of people.
And the holiday rush at the post office, how many packages they're expected to process today.
KHOU 11's Beat the Traffic cameras, courtesy of Houston TranStar.
A quiet running trail shattered by screams. A woman being attacked by dogs.
She had one arm out this way and the leg out that way.
Until Charles came to her rescue. He had never met this woman, but he risked his life to protect her.
You don't have to know people, you just have to help people.
A guardian angel? A hero? A good man. These are the people we look up to at KHOU 11, shining examples of what it truly means to stand for Houston.
Now for a look at the 5 things you need to know before you head out the door.
Today, the U.S. government could speak on a massive cyber attack against Sony. Sony has canceled its Christmas release of The Interview amid threats from North Korea.
An annual end-of-the-year report on death penalty cases is coming out today. This year, there were 35 executions. That's the lowest amount in 20 years. 72 death sentences were issued. That's the lowest in 4 decades.
One person is dead and about a dozen others injured after police in California say a woman ran a red light and slammed into them as they were leaving a Christmas pageant. Investigators believe that driver had been drinking.
Be kind to your postal carrier today. It's the busiest delivery day of the year for the post office. Today, more than 600 million pieces of mail will be processed.
It is the end of the road for the Colbert Report. Stephen Colbert will say goodnight, goodbye tonight after 9 years of laughs. But you know what? You can catch him right here on KHOU 11 in September when he takes over for David Letterman on The Late Show.
Stephen Colbert coming here to Channel 11. I like that, Cheetah.
All right, so do I. We have a warm front on the move. That's going to fire up some showers later today. And you know what? Already tracking showers early this morning. So you're going to notice slick conditions when you head outside. And this is really what most of you are going to see. This is a live look outside. West side, good morning to you in Katy. Overcast skies, a little bit of early morning fog. And really, the picture that you're looking at this morning, I'm expecting this between 4 to 6 o'clock this evening. That fog should roll back in. We'll still be under overcast skies. And throughout the day today, I'm expecting on and off showers. So what you need when you head out the door is the umbrella. You don't need the heavy coat. We're still going to see really mild temperatures, 50s and 60s this morning, high temperatures in the low 70s. It's tomorrow morning. We could see anywhere between 1 to 3 inches of rain. So, Darby, I know you're busy now, but get ready. It's coming even more for tomorrow.
Tomorrow will be worse than today, and we've got problems for you folks in Baytown trying to get to LaPorte. 146 southbound before you get to 225. Take a look with our Houston TransStar shot. It is an accident taking up 2 right center lanes, so you still have a right lane and 2 left lanes getting through. About a 10-minute backup. Quick look at travel times will show you I-10 the Katy Freeway running about an hour from Pin Oak Drive to downtown. The West Park Tollway getting slow as well now.
What day of the week is it, Darby?
Thursday?
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Come on, Thursday!
No, don't
Thursday.
even. Don't even.
You are killing me.
Don't even do it. Hey, as we say goodbye, let's take you to Northwest Houston. Shepherd Park Plaza. Do you have lights like these?
Try to beat that. Cheetah will be a judge tomorrow night.
Yeah, that's right.